Hello guys and welcome to Stretford Paddock. We've got some important breaking news. I'm going to be deadly honest. Some of the lads have been out for a bit and we've decided to go live here because, do you know what? It's very, very, very important news. This is an official communication from Manchester United tonight at 11:15 this evening. 12 of Europe's leading clubs have decided to come together to announce they've agreed to establish a new midweek competition, the Super League of founding clubs. AC Milan, Arsenal FC, Atletico Madrid, Chelsea, Barcelona, Inter Milan, Juventus, Liverpool FC, Manchester City, MUFC, Real Madrid, Tottenham Hotspurs have all joined as founding clubs for the European Superleague. It's a bit of a strange one, not going to be honest. It's very, very, very strange. What do you guys think about this? There's a couple of comments here, RIP football and all this kind of stuff. It's honestly horrendous. There's a couple of comments here. I'm ashamed of my club. It is shocking. So, this kind of news broke earlier on today. There was a few of the top clubs in Europe wanting to push forward with European Super League. And tonight it's been announced that this has been the case. 12 teams have agreed to it. What do you guys think? There's a few more comments. I'm ashamed of my club. We're not in the Premier anymore, and all these kind of things. It is disgusting. It's honestly, as a Manchester United fan, as a fan of English football and a fan of everything else, it is disgusting. I'm still don't quite know how to describe everything that's going on. It's very, very strange. So let's go through a few of the comments from this evening. Mr. Boris Johnson has said, a statement from the ESL, going forward, the founding clubs look forward to holding discussions with UEFA and FIFA to work together in partnership to deliver the best outcomes for the new league and football as a whole. The formation of the Super League comes at a time when the global economic pandemic has accelerated and instability in European football has been accelerated in the economic model. There's a few sad comments here, and I completely agree with them. I don't quite know exactly how to agree with all that kind of stuff, because we'll go with the first super chat here. Feel terrible. The threats to our players' careers as well could shed a tear for Marcus and Mason right now. Look, let's forget about the individual players and things like that, but let's look at football as a whole. Lucas said here, what has my club become? Honestly, we'll stop supporting them. Unfortunately, I love this club too much. Next comment from Liam is, it's not our club. It's not the tea ladies, not Sir Alex anymore. It's the parasites they need removing, like the tumours they are. I completely agree. It's a sad day for football in terms of all this. There's a lot of comments here saying boycotting football and all those different things, and I completely agree. But look, this has been going for a while now. Let's be deadly serious. This is what has been the. Let's look at what the Glazers and whatever has been said. The main thing they've been after is consistency in what they've been doing, and the consistency that they wanted was European competition. They wanted to spend 150 million quid in order to get back into the Champions League. They weren't bothered how well we did. They weren't bothered about winning football tournaments. They were bothered about getting back into the Champions League because they knew what was going to happen. And this today has confirmed what they needed to do. And today has said that all they need to do was play against these top 12 clubs. Another comment from Miko, thank you very much. honestly, this is like torture. Everything. Let's say that again. Obviously, this is like torture. After everything, why we mess with this club, disgusted rats need to be cleansed from the game, and this is the point we're at. You're saying like cleanse from the game. This is the game. This is the game of football. It is all about money. It is all about making that next fiver, next £1,000. This is exactly what the football is. Joe Young there. Never ever have I been ashamed to be a Manchester United fan. Won't be renewing my season ticket that I waited so long to have. Enough is enough. That kind of sums up the mood in the office right now. We've got a quote here from Joel Glazer. The league will have 20 teams. The 12 founding members will plus the 3 unnamed clubs they expect to join, and 5 sides who qualify annually according to their domestic achievements. I mean, let's be deadly serious here. This is horrendous. We've got in this office right now a couple of Manchester United fans and a Chelsea fan, an Ipswich fan. And the way that sits is horrendous, because that Chelsea fan grew in the 90s and the 2000s in terms of becoming a Premier League champion, a Champions League contender. You're an Ipswich fan that, look, let's be deadly serious. They wanted to build their way into a Premier League club and then want to become a Champions League club. That's how things become. I mean, Leicester City built their way up from, they won a Premier League the other year. They wanted to build their way up. They wanted to put the money in, and they've been consistent. And they've done very, very well with that. And this has killed that. This has killed football. This has killed the point of competing every single week. Those top teams have kind of killed that. It's horrendous. Got Joe Smith on his way to come and have another chat with us. It's fucking horrendous. Have a look, a few more of those super chats that's coming in. My only true football experience will be watching my younger brother now. What a disgrace. Imagine a kid getting into football now. I completely agree. What's the next super chat coming up? Cam, can you move on to those other ones? Look at the wall behind you. The players on there love the game. The people running these 12 clubs have no connection and are taking the soul from the game and lining their money-filled pockets. I completely agree. You look at those players, you look at what Sir Alex built in the 90s, the early 2000s, and what he built that from, and the comparisons to now. The comparisons to spending a little bit of money and spending the 20-30 million on a play-in. It's nothing. It's nothing compared to what this all is. It's absolutely nothing in the slightest. It's killed football. It feels like it's killing football. We've got a few more comments here from Fabrizio Romaro saying the Super League's official statement. The chairman, Florentino Perez from Real Madrid, vice chairman from Andrea Angelini from Juventus, and Joel Glazer. Angelina has resigned as the president from the UEFA, from the ECA. All seems ridiculous. Seeing these people resign from high up positions in UEFA in order to take on these positions, it's corrupt, it's money talking, it's nothing to do with what's right for these football clubs. It's ridiculous. What do you guys think? Get involved in the comments and we'll have a read of them. Ashamed is a comment in the comments. Teams need to boycott. It's a disgrace. Look, it's not the case. I don't think we're going to get to that level. I think that these teams are money driven. That's what it is. And this extra fiver, this extra couple of £1,000 or whatever, that's what it's going to be. Gio Franco, this badge is your badge. Can you go back to those? This badge is my badge. These stripes and these 3 sails, oh, what a fine badge. You tried to take it, but we replaced it on the shirt of United FC. Heads need to roll with this. I agree, but I just don't think this is going to be the time. The next super chat, can you go back to that next one? Looking at the wall behind me. Look at the wall behind me. And that's the whole point, is that the history of football seems to be going with this one. There is no building your way up in terms of, winning a couple of games in the Premier League and becoming a European superhouse. This is what it's becoming. It's becoming money, and this is what Manchester United is, and this is what European football seems to be. It's nothing to do with what's happened in the past. It's nothing to do with what's happened in terms of how much money has been invested. It is what's happened right now. Sean Ralph saying, I wouldn't blame Ollie if he walked away now. A shame. I completely agree. These kind of players, Ole Gunnar Solskjaer was part of what Sir Ferguson did in terms of building this team up from nothing to a team that was treble winners. This isn't what he's building now. This isn't the same kind of thing. It's just not the same thing in the slightest. Bayern and PSG will join soon. I completely agree. Bayern, the German clubs seem to have some kind of stop away from this because they are a fan-ran thing. PSG, they're waiting for the right time. Miko has said, where do we go from here? Time to join together with football world and just hope. Where do we go from here? That is the big question. Where do we go from here? What do we do? Do we stand up as fans and say we're not going to watch this? Are we not going to watch this European Super League? Because the problem is this is the worldwide fan base. This is what everyone seems to want. This is what the Glazers seem to want. They want simple money, simple. Fans aren't going to care whether you win the league, come second in the league, whatever. They just want to see United versus Liverpool versus Real Madrid versus Barcelona. That's all they care about, week in, week out. That's all that they seem to think is the right thing. I mean, we've seen it. We've seen what we've seen what we do. And the main thing is, big team, that's it. One big team makes everything better. But that's not what football's about. You look at today, Manchester United versus Burnley. Shouldn't be a game. No one should really care. But that was a game. That was what football is all about. That is what Manchester United is all about. That's what the Premier League's all about. You're playing a team today. There's not much history and all that kind of stuff. But from minute one, you had people caring about this game. And you had people really wanting to be invested in it. But this goes away. You take away the Burnley game. I mean, this takes away everything. I mean, look at the games against Everton this season. What a game of football that is. Everton are that's a standard game in the Premier League. What a game that is. That's gone out the window. All these games against the normal Premier League teams are over. I honestly don't know what to do. Ross Smith with the super chat here. Everything I love in my whole life has been football right towards since I was a kid. Now it's been taken away due to money. A few more comments saying show some energy. And to be honest, look, what time is it here? It's 12 o'clock UK time, and I have no energy towards what has been said about tonight. Show some energy, come on. I don't get what are you meant to show towards this. There's no happiness towards the fact that football is kind of over. This is... I don't get what you want out of this. What do you want me to do? Be happy? Be sad? Be angry? There's a few of the clubs put statements out, Chelsea and Arsenal. I don't get what you want me to put out of this. Do you want me to put out and say, yeah, this is great, this is what football should be? Yeah, let's just play against the big clubs every week and it'd be great. I don't know what you want energy about. I don't know what you want me to be excited about. I don't want you to be shouted about. What's the point? What is the point anymore? There's been Manchester United fans kicking off for years because Manchester City have bought the title. Because people have spent money in terms of winning a title. That is nothing compared to what's got on this evening. Nothing in the slightst. There's not... At least then, it was building from nothing. And look, they had to put a bit of money behind it. And they had to work their way up. They had to go from nothing. They had to buy player after player to become that level. To get to our level. This isn't that now. This isn't anything to do with that. This is now... Okay, we're Man United. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what happens. It doesn't matter what happens in the slightest. If Manchester United decide this year they're not going to do it, they'll make money. If Manchester City decide, here's our money, they make money. That's it. There is no risk. There is no if, buts, or maybes. It's horrendous. What is football about? What is it about? I'm trying to read some of these comments here, and I don't get it. I honestly don't get it. There's boycott MUFC. There's a few more boycotts by MUFC. Do you think this is all about Manchester United? Do you think this is all about Manchester United? This has been coming for a long time. We're looking more at Leicester. You know, Leicester City to me is as someone that seeing Manchester United do okay, really step away in the last few years. Leicester City kind of showed that you can come from nothing. You can put a bit of money in, not loads, not buy the league, not do anything daft. Build up, get a better team, and they end up Premier League champions. And now forget what they did in that season. What Leicester then did was build on, and they got more facilities. They got a better training ground. They got a better stadium. And they kept putting little bits, and they kept building. And now, they're the third best team in the league. Comfortably. Third best team in the league. They're not considered for this. They have done 10, 20 years of planning to get to this point. It's gone. Done. Because the teams with more money have decided that's more important. They've decided Arsenal, Tottenham, that's more important. And that's gone. It's football today has changed the entire landscape. I don't know what to say. Guys, Stephen Howson, and McCullough have done a reaction on this channel to do with the both on their own separate channels as well. So make sure you're going to check that out. Let us know your thoughts. I'm shocked. I think this Super League has kind of been murmuring for a long time. I don't think any of us thought it was going to happen. No one thought this was going to happen in these next as quickly as it did, especially in this Gary Neville talked today about the pandemic. And I think we were all, let's go back to like transfers. We were all talking about transfers this season and went, look, signing Erling Haaland for 150 million quid would be disgusting. It would be, forget everything. Just whether you can or you can't, signing Erling Haaland for 150 million quid would be disgusting. But imagine changing the league that doesn't just affect these top 6 clubs. Forget these top 6 clubs. Think what it means to Leicester City. Leicester City are done because they can't grow. Think about Norwich that have just been qualified for the Premier League this season. That Premier League's done now. That Premier League the money doesn't matter anymore for the Premier League. Think about Brentford that have been growing for the past 10 years, 10, 15 years. What are they going to do? You know, they've been growing to try and get that extra couple of million quid to get into the Premier League, to be able to compete with these top clubs, to be able to potentially have a sniff at Champions League football. That's gone. Think about the grass. I mean, look, we'll all have a laugh at Stretford, Paddock FC and things like that might happen. But think about those bottom clubs that all they want to do is go from one level to the next. That level now doesn't mean as much because the top level is gone. It's unattainable. You can't get there because if you've not had money in the past 20 years, that means nothing. And that to me is disgusting. I've just seen a comment, Ancelotti Everton. What's the point? You're right. They spent not a fortune, but they've tried to grow. They're done. Who cares? Do you know what? I've been drinking. You're completely right. I've had a beer, but we had to talk about this. This is absolutely disgusting from what these 6 clubs... There's the Glazers, there's all this kind of stuff. This is the top 6 clubs in the Premier League. This is a lot of teams. This isn't just these top 2 teams. This isn't 1 or 2. This is everyone. This is everyone that wants to do this. This is stability. This is what Manchester United are after. This is what the Glazers are after. The Glazers are after no threat. Let's just be in a team. Let's just be in something that means that I'm going to guarantee this paycheck every single week. Guys, like the video if you disagree. There's 2,000 of you watching. Please like the video. This is a sad day. This is a sad day in football. Don't watch it, don't support it. But look, I've been a Manchester United fan since I've been born. Where else do you go? What's the other option? Who else do you support? What's the difference? Who do you pick on? Joe, all eyes on the players. It's not the players. It's not the players. This is not the players. These guys are in a different league. These guys aren't in the league of, in terms of money, these guys aren't in the league of these owners. You can't blame the players. The players are going to take money. All the fan channels going mad. So they should. This is, look, fan channels in general get stick or whatever. We're all Manchester United fans. Me, McCola, Joe, Steve, whatever, Jay. We've been Manchester United fans since we've been born. That's all we've wanted to watch. We wanted to support the team because we wanted to win the league. Whether it be the First Division, the Premier League, the Champions League, it's been the top thing. But there's been teams that we've been relegated in some of our guys' lifetime. That was always the option. You had to work hard to be the best team. What's happening today has taken away from that. This seems to be the end of football. Lads, if you've not watched already, Howson and McCullough have been given their opinion. Make sure you watch that video. Go to their own channels and give that a watch. Guys, thank you very much for watching. It's a sad day for football. Make sure you like the channel. We will give you as best coverage as possible. Jay will be back tomorrow morning with the news coverage. Thank you very much for watching. Make sure you like the video. I've been Alex. See you next time.